Well, this is probably the last time you'll see both my VMENG 580T Pro and my VMENG Spartan SS1200 here on the channel. And that's because I ended up selling both of them. Now, I wasn't even trying to sell the Spartan SS1200, but after the buyer watched my videos and saw what this machine could do, he wanted to buy it too. So before they leave, I wanted to make one last video and share my thoughts after using the 1200 over the past 7 months. After 78 hours, was buying the VMENG Spartan 1200 the right decision? All right, before we talk about the Spartan SS1200, I do want to say something about my 580T Pro. Now, I put, I think, around 55 and a half hours on this machine, so not a whole lot, but I have never had any mechanical issues whatsoever with it. It's never sprung a leak. It's never left me stranded. The tracks have never come off. This thing has exceeded my expectations, and I have no problem recommending one to anyone looking for a machine in this size class. All right, let's talk about the VMENG Spartan SS1200. Over the last 7 months, this machine has helped me tackle some pretty big projects around the campground. And one of the projects was regrading our gravel road with the Harley. And the 1200 definitely had no issue running this attachment. That CA6 rock was packed tight, and this machine, it just went right through it, leveling it out, leaving that rock nice and even. The Harley rake is definitely one of my favorite attachments to run on this 1200. I also spent some time with the stump grinder, and again, the 1200 had plenty of hydraulic flow to run it. Those weren't little stumps either. That hickory was huge, and the fresh mulberry was rubbery and a pain to grind. But the 1200 powered right through both of them. Now, installing utilities around the campground is one of those jobs where you really appreciate having a machine like this. The 1200 had no problem running that trencher. Even with the ground being wet, it never bogged down. It just kept digging through that wet soil. After running the Harley rake, the stump grinder, and the trencher, I never felt like the 1200 was lacking hydraulic flow. It had plenty of hydraulic power to run every attachment I put on it. As much as I liked running all those attachments, what impressed me the most was how well this machine pushed. This thing's a digging machine. Those pole crane drive motors really put the power to the ground, and it just keeps digging. Now, no machine's perfect, and there are a few things I'd still like to see improved. And the first thing I'd change are these hood knobs, because they just take too long every time you need to get into the engine compartment. And I already had to replace these, and I just picked these up on Amazon for like $7. So they're not expensive, but it just takes too long. I've already seen they switched to a quick release latch on their 660T, and that's a much better design. Hopefully that's something they continue using on their larger machines too. The second thing I'd change is this hydraulic filter setup. I actually first noticed this on my 580T Pro when I did the first hydraulic service. Then when it came time to service the 1200, it was exactly the same thing. Getting that hydraulic filter off was a real fight. And just so you know, if you're getting ready to do your first hydraulic service and change the hydraulic oil, just be ready, because the hydraulic oil comes out real fast. And this is what it took just to get the hydraulic filters off. At first, I thought maybe it was just both of mine that had been over tightened. But after digging into it, I realized it wasn't just my machines. So I decided to move the filter housing forward to see if I could make it easier to get the filter off. And that's when I found out the mounting hole inside the housing was stripped out. So that's why this bolt is missing here. I brought that up to VMENG, and Elisa immediately sent me a brand new housing. That actually turned out to be a good thing, because once I had the new housing in my hands, I realized why these filters are so difficult to remove. And that's because The housing actually comes from clean with the hydraulic filter already installed. The filter is installed so tight before VMENG even receives the housing that it makes the first hydraulic service much harder than it needs to be. And you can see this thing is actually screwed all the way up in there and I can't remove it. So hopefully that's something they improve, because once that's addressed, swapping out that filter should be much easier. So after owning it for 7 months, would I buy another one? Yeah, I definitely would. When I look back at all the things this machine has helped us accomplish around our campground, I have zero regrets buying it. I'm not sure what's next yet. Option one is to pick up another SAM 1200 from one of VMENG's dealers here in the States, and that would actually get me back to working and making videos a lot sooner. The other option would be to try a completely different brand and see if it would hold up to what I've experienced with VMENG. Right now, I just haven't made that decision, but one thing's for sure, there will be another mini skid steer on this channel. So as soon as I decide which direction I'm going to go, you'll be the first to know. All right, here's my final thoughts after owning and operating both of these machines. The 580 Pro is extremely reliable, and it never gave me a single issue. This thing has exceeded my expectations. The 1200 turned out to be exactly what I hoped it would be. A powerful digging machine that handled every job that I threw at it. If I had to make the same decision all over again, I'd buy both of them again. So hopefully these videos have helped you make a more informed decision if you're considering buying one of these machines. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Two great machines.